أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والفجر وليال عشر وليال عشر والفجر وليال عشر والشفع والوتر والليل إذا يسر هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد إرم ذات العماد التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد وثمود الذين جابوا الصخر بالواد وفرعون ذي الأوتاد الذين طغوا في البلاد فأكثروا فيها الفساد فصب عليهم ربك سوط عذاب إن ربك لبالمرصاد صدق الله العظيم. The author says Surat Al-Fajr, the Qur'anic chapter called Al-Fajr, Makkiyah. It's a Meccan surah. وهي 29 آية. It consists of 29 verses. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Wal Fajr. By the dawn. Aqsama bil Fajr. God swears by the dawn in this verse. Wahuwa subh. Another word for dawn in Arabic is as-subh, al-fajr or as-subh. كقوله والصبح إذا أسفر. It's like the other ayah of the Quran where Allah swears by the dawn. Was-subh. It means by the dawn. So according to that, then he swears by the dawn itself. Oh, bi salatil fajr. Or this is a swear by the dawn prayer, Fajr prayer. وَلَيَالٍ عَشْرٍ. And by 10 nights. 10 nights. And in the ayah is indefinite, so then shouldn't be translated with the, by the 10 nights. If there's the in anything you're looking at, you might want to scratch it out. Ashri Dhil Hijjah. Those are the first 10 of the month called Dhul Hijjah. That's the month of the Hajj season. Awil Ashri al-Uwali min al-Muharram. Or those are the first 10 of the month of Muharram. Awil Akhiri min Ramadan. Or those are the last 10 of Ramadan. وإنما نكرت لزيادة فضيلتها. And presenting it as indefinite is to give it additional merit. Is to give it additional merit. I'm trying to think of an example for you. What does that mean? Let's say, for example, just to give you an idea, if someone were to say, something is waiting for you. So here's something, it's indefinite. So that indefiniteness here, the context in this verse makes you like, gives this something mystery, right? So kind of amplifies it for you. What is that? So I'm just trying to give you an idea of the meaning of the indefiniteness. وَلَيَالٍ عَشْرٍ, and by 10 nights. وَالشَّفْعِ وَالْوَتْرِ, and by the even and the odd. شَفْعِ كُلِّ شَيْءٍ, by everything that has an even count, and everything وَوَتْرِهَا, and everything that has an odd count. Oh, شَفْعِ هَذِهِ اللَّيَالِي وَوَتْرِهَا, or this refers to the even nights of the 10, or and the odd nights of the 10. Oh, shaf'i salati wa watriha, or this refers to the prayers that have an even number of rak'ahs and an odd number of rak'ahs. That came in a hadith. Which prayers have even number of rak'ahs? Dhuhr prayer has 4, Asr prayer has 4, Isha has 4. Which ones have odd number of rak'ahs? Maghrib has 3. That's it. And also Fajr has 2, so that's even number of rak'ahs. I think I did say by the even and the odd. Oh, يوم النحر لأنه اليوم العاشر, ويوم عرفة لأنه اليوم التاسع. Or this refers to the Eid day, Eid al-Adha, the day of slaughtering the sacrifices, because that's the 10th of Dhul Hijjah, so that's even. And the day of Arafah is the day before that, and that's the 9th, so that's odd number. أو الخلق والخالق, or the even and the odd refers to the creation and the creator. The creator being one creator without a partner. As for the creation being even, I don't have an explanation for that, according to this yani. And here Imam An-Nasafiyy mentions for us that the ayah was also recited wal witr with a kasra, and also was recited in other ways. وبعدما أقسم بالليالي المخصوصة أقسم بالليل على العموم. Then, after swearing by particular nights, Allah swore by the night in general. The night as some type of thing. فقال والليل إذا يسر, and by the night. وقيل أريد به ليلة القدر, and it was said what's meant by the night here is the sublime night, Laylatul Qadr. إذا يسر إذا يمضي, by the night when it passes. And you know the case of the night. You know the case of the night is that it comes from the east, like the sun. 3 things come from the east: the sun and the day and the night. So the night comes from the east. It's a moving body, that is. It's a moving body of darkness, that night. And it sets in the west. So when the night comes in, it comes in and it keeps on moving until it passes out. وياء يسري تحذف في الدرج اكتفاء عنها بالكسرة. And here, إذا يسر, originally there's a ya there, so it would be إذا يسري, and some reciters will recite that ya, even though it's not written there. Rather, that ya is omitted, and there is satisfaction with the kasra. Yani will suffice with the kasra that's there, and the ya is omitted. وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا يَسْرِ وَأَمَّا فِي الْوَقْفِ فَتُحْذَفُ مَعَ الْكَسْرَةِ. But when you stop, you leave out the kasra too. So you're just going to stop on the sukun. إِذَا يَسْرِ. So the ya is omitted, leaving a kasra. And when you stop, you're going to stop on a sukoon, so you're not going to mention the kasra. وَسَأَلَ وَاحِدٌ الْأَخْفَشَ عَنْ سُقُوطِ الْيَاءِ. Someone asked Al-Akhfash, scholar from the Salaf, scholar of the language, about the dropped ya. فَقَالَ لَا حَتَّى تَخْدُمَنِي سَنَةً. He told him, no, not until you serve me for a year. فَسَأَلَهُ بَعْدَ سَنَةٍ. And then he asked him after a year. فَقَال. And so Al-Akhfash said, اللَّيْلُ لَا يَسْرِي. It's not the night that is passing. وَإِنَّمَا يُسْرَى فِيهِ. The meaning is that things are passing by in the night. فَلَمَّا عُدِلَ عَنْ مَعَنَاهُ عُدِلَ عَنْ لَفْظِهِ مُوَافَقَةً. That's not easy for me to translate there. I'm not sure. يُسْرَى فِيهِ كَمَا يُقَالُ لَيْلٌ نَائِمٌ أَيْ يُنَامُ فِيهِ. It was said that the meaning of yasri in the ayah, so yasri yani yamdi, passing, is yusra fihi, is passed in, passed during it, yani the night. Subhanallah, the Arabic is so much more versatile. It's hard to say some things in English. Yusra fihi, yani the night. Yasri means, it was said, Yasri means yusra fihi. Yani, looks like it's saying, and the night when it passes, walayli ida yasr. And that it was said, the meaning is, and the night when there is passage therein. The night when there is passage during it. Like you could say in Arabic, Laylun Na'im, looks like it's saying a sleeping night, like the night is sleeping. A yunamu fihi, and the meaning would be a night in which, a night that is slept in. A night that is slept in, but you'd call it a sleeping night. So like that, passing night, meaning a night in which there is passage, something like that. Things passing by. Wallahu a'lam. هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر. Is there in that أي فيما أقسمت به من هذه الأشياء, is there amongst these things by which I have sworn, says God, قسم أي مقسم به, something that has been sworn about or sworn by, something that has been sworn by, لذي حجر, for someone with an intellect, for an intellectual. Is there amongst these swears something sworn about for an intellectual, for someone who has a hijr, a mind, aql? سمي به لأنه يحجر عن التهافت لأنه يحجر عن التهافت فيما لا ينبغي. The mind was called in Arabic hijr, inhibition, because it inhibits someone from engaging in what he should not engage in. كما سمي عقلا ونهيه, just like the mind was also called in Arabic aql, with the same meaning, inhibitor, inhibition, and nuhya, yani same thing, inhibition. All these three words, they have the meaning of preventing, stopping, blocking. So the mind in Arabic was named with all these names that have this meaning. لأنه يعقل وينهى, because the mind, it detains and it forbids. And this verse is a question. Yes, it is a question. هل That's for asking a question. هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر? Is there amongst those all of that which has been sworn by something uh, sworn by for an intellectual? يريد هل تحقق. In my copy, I wrote تحقق. Here's تحقق. هل تحقق عنده أن تعظم هذه الأشياء بالإقسام بها? The meaning is, has it been verified for an intellectual that these things that have been sworn by are grand things? Yani, has the one who has an intellect realized that these things being sworn about are grand things? So, if while you're hearing this, you didn't realize how grand they are, then you're going to refer that back to yourself. That's grander than what you have conceived. And then you wait, and maybe Allah will open your mind to that, and then you would see what you didn't see. أو هل في إقسامي بها إقسام لذي حجر؟ أي هل هو قسم عظيم يؤكد بمثله المقسم عليه? Or it means, is there in my swearing by these things a swear for someone who has a mind? Meaning, is this a grand swear, a grand adjuration that emphasizes, yani, an adjuration like this? Isn't this an adjuration that a swear that one like this emphasizes how great is what has been sworn by? أو هل في القسم بهذه الأشياء قسم مقنع لذي عقل ولب? Or it means, is there in swearing by any of these things a swear that convinces someone that has a mind and intelligence? وَالْمُقْسَمُ عَلَيْهِ مَحْذُوفٌ. And what's being sworn about is omitted. It's not mentioned. Yani, the swear is there, and what's being sworn by is there. All these things. وَالْفَجْر, by the dawn. وَلَيَالِ نَعْشُرْ, and by 10 nights. وَالشَّفْعِ وَالْوَتْرِ, and by the even and the odd. وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا يَسْرِ, and by the night when it passes. That's what's being sworn by, but what's being sworn about? It's not mentioned here. That's like in Surat An-Nazi'at, when Allah swears by the angels in the beginning of the surah, and what's being sworn about is not mentioned there. So what is it? وَهُوَ قَوْلُهُ لَيُعَذِّبَنَّ, He will torture, is what's being sworn about. By God, He will certainly torture. يَدُلُّ عَلَيْهِ قَوْلُهُ أَلَمْ تَرَ إلى قوله فصب عليهم ربك سوط عذاب. So what's being sworn about is that He will by God torture. And what proves that is what's coming. ألم ترى كيف فعل ربك بعاد? Do you know what your Lord did to the tribe of Ad, O Muhammad? Until Allah says, فَصَبَّ عَلَيْهِمْ رَبُّكَ سَوْطَ عَذَابٍ, and so your Lord poured upon them the whip of torture. Interesting here that there's a typo here. They wrote sot, sod, and ta. It's supposed to be seen and thought. فَصَبَّ عَلَيْهِمْ رَبُّكَ سَوْطَ عَذَابٍ. In my copy, it's written properly. Now, this is not my copy. This is Sheikh Abdul Razak's copy. that he was reading to us, rahimahullah. ثم ذكر تعذيب الأمم التي كذبت الرسل. So then Allah mentioned the nations that belied the messengers. فقال, and so he said, ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد إرم ذات العماد. Do you not know, O Muhammad? Looks like it says, do you not see? Did you not see? Did you not see? Alam tara. Did you not see, O Muhammad? Kayfa fa'ala rabbuk. How your Lord did. Bi'ad to Ad. Did you not see how your Lord did to Ad? Did you not see what your Lord, do you not know? Did you not know what your Lord did to the tribe of Ad? Irama dhatil imad. What he did to Iram, those that had imad, poles or pillars, the people of the poles or the people of the pillars. أي ألم تعلم يا محمد علما يوازي العيان في الإيقان. And the meaning of did you not see, ألم ترى, did you not see, means did you not know with a knowledge that is equivalent in certainty to what was seen? Did you not know, O Muhammad, with a knowledge that is so certain that it's as if you saw it? So, did you not see it? وهو استفهام تقرير. And this is a rhetorical question, meaning you knew it, O Muhammad. قيل لعقب عاد بن عوس بن إيرام ابن سام ابن نوح عاد. The descendants of a man named Ad, the son of Aus, the son of Iram, the son of Sam, the son of Noah, they were called Ad, the tribe of Ad. Yani, they were Ad. So the tribe is named after a man named Ad. كما يقال لبني Hashim. Hashim, just like the clan of Hashim is called Hashim. ثم قيل للأولين منهم عاد الأولى. Then, furthermore, Yani, the first of them were called the first Ad. The first Ad. والإرم تسمية لهم باسم جدهم. And they were the people of Iram. Yani, that first Ad, they were the Ad of Iram. And Iram is the name of their grandfather. So they're named after Ad and they're named here after Iram. ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد إرم ذات العماد. Did you not see what your Lord did to Ad? Iram's Ad, or Ad from Iram, their grandfather. وَمَنْ بَعْدَهُمْ عَادٌ الْأَخِيرَةِ. And those who came after them are the last Ad. فَإِرَمٌ عَطْفُ بَيَانٍ لِعَادٍ. So Iram here, bi'ad, Iram. So Iram here is, it's just renaming Ad. Did you not see what your Lord did to the tribe of Ad? Iram, the Ad, who's Iram? Yani Ad from Iram. But Iram here, according to what's here, what Nasafiyy says, the meaning of here, Iram, that's their grandfather, yes, but it's referring to Ad themselves, is what he's saying. This Ad of Iram, the Iram Ad, وَإِذَانٌ بِأَنَّهُمْ عَادٌ الْأُولَى. And this, by calling them Ad, Adin Iram, it informs that they were the first Ad, the ancient Ad. وَقِيلَ إِرَمُ بَلْدَتُهُمْ. And it was said that Iram refers to their land. وَأَرْضُهُمْ الَّتِي كَانُوا فِيهَا. ويدل عليه قراءة ابن الزبير بعاد إيرام على الإضافة. And that meaning can be ascertained by some recitations of this ayah. وتقديره بعاد أهل إيرام كقوله واسأل القرية. So according to this way, ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد إيرام. It means, did you not see what your Lord did to the tribe of, to what your Lord did to Ad of the land of Iram? That would be the way to explain it then, according to that. ولم تنصرف قبيلة كانت أو أرضا للتعريف والتأنيث. That's something about the Arabic we don't need to explain, to translate. Dhatul Imad, those who had, or that here, the one that had, so means refers to the tribe. The tribe, Dhatu, the one that had. So, أَلَمْ تَرَ كَيْفَ فَعَلَ رَبُّكَ بِعَادٍ. Did you not see what your Lord did to Ad? Iram, Ad of Iram, Dhati al-Imad, tribe that had Imad, poles or pillars. إذا كانت صفة للقبيلة فالمعنى أنهم كانوا بدويين. The meaning is that they were nomads. Ahla Amadin, people who had poles for erecting their tents. Oh, Tiwal al-Ajsam, or it means that they were giants with tall bodies, which they were. Ala tashbihi kududihim bil amidah. Then this would be comparing, would be a metaphor. That would be a metaphor for their uh, what's the word? Giganticism. I think that's the right word. Yani they're being very, very tall. وإن كانت صفة للبلدة فالمعنى أنها ذات أساطين. But if that here, Dhatul Imad, refers to not the tribe, refers to the land. So, Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka bi'ad. Did you not see what your Lord did to Ad? Iram. Iram's Ad. Yani, Ad of the land of Iram, according to this tafsir. Dhatil Imad. Iram, that land that had Imad, pillars. And that's also a reference to their being giants. So they had very high castles and towers. So it was said that these men, these people of Ad, they were very tall. Those were the tallest people that Allah created. And they had tents and they had towers. And it was said there were 13 tribes of these. وروي أنه كان لعاد ابنان. It was reported that Ad, the original one whose name was Ad, had two sons. Where is that today? They were in Al-Yaman. I don't know exactly where now, but it's known where they were. They were in Al-Yaman, and that place where they were now is barren. Nothing grows there. It used to be lush. وروي أنه كان لعاد ابنان. It was reported that that man, the original one whose name was Ad, that he had two sons, Shaddadun wa Shadid. One whose name was Shaddad and the other whose name was Shadid. فَمَلَكَا وَقَهَرَا. They conquered everything. They conquered everything. They conquered everyone. ثُمَّ مَاتَ Shadid. And then Shadid died. وَخَلَصَ الْأَمْرُ لِشَدَّادٍ. And then so Shaddad became the sole conqueror. فَمَلَكَ الدُّنْيَا. So he conquered the world. وَدَانَتْ لَهُ مُلُوكُهَا. And all of the kings bowed to him. Yeah, they were as tall as Adam at least. The shortest of them was as tall as Adam. Alayhi salatu wassalam. فَسَمِعَ بِذِكْرِ الْجَنَّةِ. So this one, Shaddad, he heard about the description of the garden. فَقَالَ أَبْنِي مِثْلَهَا. He said, I shall build a city like that. فَبَنَى إِرَمْ. So then he built Iram. في بعض صحاري عدن. In some desert or plain of Aden in Al-Yemen. في 300 سنة. In 300 years. وكان عمره 900 سنة. He was 900 years old. وهي مدينة عظيمة قصورها من الذهب والفضة. And it is an enormous city with castles or palaces made of gold and silver. وأساطينها من الزبرجد والياقوت. And its pillars were made of emerald and ruby. وفيها أصناف الأشجار والأنهار. And it had all types of trees, and it had rivers. ولما تم بناؤها. And when the city was complete, سار إليها بأهل مملكته. He went towards that city. He wanted to go there and live there. Yani, he wanted to go in there. So he went towards that city with the people of his kingdom. فَلَمَّا كَانَ مِنْهَا عَلَى مَسِيرَةِ يَوْمٍ وَلَيْلَةٍ. So when he was but a day away, بَعَثَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِمْ صَيْحَةً مِنَ السَّمَاءِ. Allah Ta'ala sent upon them a scream from the sky. Meaning, an angel came down and screamed at them. فَهَلَكُوا. So they all perished before they could enter the city. وعن عبد الله بن قلابة. And it was reported about Abdullah ibn Qilabah أنه خرج في طلب إبل الله. That he went out to get some camels of his. فوقع عليها. And he discovered that city. فحمل ما قدر عليه مما ثم. And he carried whatever he could from there. Yani, well, we learned that that city still exists. But Allah made it hidden from the people. But someone might discover it from time to time. People don't come across it, but it's possible, what we learned. It is possible that someone could stumble upon it and discover it. وَبَلَغَ خَبَرُهُ مُعَاوِيَةَ. And his news or his story reached Muawiyah. فَاسْتَحْضَرَهُ. So he summoned him. فَقَصَّ عَلَيْهِ. So he told him the story. فَبَعَثَ إِلَى كَعْبٍ فَسَأَلَهُ. So then he sent word to Ka'b. Looks like that's Muawiyah, who sent word to Ka'b. Ka'b al-Ahbar. He was a Jew. فَسَأَلَهُ. And he asked him. Yani, he used to be. When I say he was a Jew, it means he used to be. Also had a lesson that I did about the Dajjal. And I said that Tamim ad-Dari, he was a Christian. It means he used to be. So he sent word to Ka'b. فَسَأَلَهُ. And he asked him. Because he knew a lot of things, this one, Ka'b, from the Jewish literature. فَقَالَ هِيَ إِرَمُ ذَاتِ الْعِمَادِ. He said, that's Iram, that town that has the pillars. وَسَيَدْخُلُهَا رَجُلٌ مِّنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ فِي زَمَانِكَ. A Muslim man in your time shall enter it. أَحْمَرُ أَشْقَرُ قَصِيرٌ عَلَى حَاجِبِهِ خَالٌ وَعَلَى عَقِبِهِ خَالٌ. He is Ahmar, maybe means has dark complexion, I'm not sure. Ashqar maybe means he's blonde. I'm not sure. Ahmar, Ashqar. I don't know what does that actually mean. Qasir, and he's short. Ala hajibihi khal. He has a mole on his eyebrow. Wa ala aqibihi khal. And he has a mole on his heel. Yakhruju fi talabi ibilin lah. And this one would go out looking for his camels. ثم التفت فأبصر ابن قلابة. Then he turned and he saw Ibn Qilabah. فقال هذا والله ذلك الرجل. And he said, it's this one. Then he turned and he saw Ibn Qilabah and he said, it's this one. But I'm not sure who's he here. Is that Ka'b or what? What are these pronouns going back to? Muawiyah or Ka'b? التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد أي مثل عاد في قوتهم وطول قامتهم. That tribe of Ad that there was not created like them in all of the lands. أي مثل عاد في قوتهم, in their strength there was not created any peoples as mighty as the people of Ad. وطول قامتهم, and as tall as they were, having their statures. كان طول الرجل منهم 400 ذراع. One of them would be 400 cubits tall. Adam was 90 cubits, or 60 cubits, sorry. 90 feet, 60 cubits. Adam was 60 cubits. Says here, one of them would be 400 cubits. And what we learned is the shortest of them would be 60 cubits. Cubits. 60 cubits, 90 feet. أو لم يخلق مثل مدينة شداد في جميع بلاد الدنيا. Or the ayah means there was not created a city like Shaddad's city in all of the lands of the world. وثمود الذين جابوا الصخر بالواد. Now, by the way, you know that there are non-Muslim scientists who believe, and you can find this easily if you want to research that, who believe that there were giants in the past. And they believe that, some of them, that everything was giant in the past. And these scientists, they are, as you might say, blackballed or blacklisted. It means that it's like they're just prevented from any coverage. So they don't get their works published in magazines or anything. Nobody does documentaries for them. They have to do their own stuff. They're against the mainstream so-called science. وَثَمُودَ الَّذِينَ جَابُوا الصَّخْرَ بِالْوَادِ. And Thamud, the tribe of Thamud, those who excavated the boulders. قَطَعُوا صَخْرَ الْجِبَالِ. They used to cut through the boulders of the mountains. وَاتَّخَذُوا فِيهَا بُيُوتًا. And they would live there. Meaning they would carve their homes out of the mountains and then live in there. And they would do that expertly also. Not crudely. It wasn't crude. It was expert workmanship they were doing. قِيلَ أَوَّلُ مَنْ نَحَتَ الْجِبَالَ وَالصُّخُورَ ثُمُودٌ. It was said that the first to chisel mountains and the first to chisel boulders were Thamud. وَبَنَوْا 1,700 مَدِينَةً كُلَّهَا مِنَ الْحِجَارَةِ. It was said that they built 1,700 cities, all of them from stone. Bilwad, in the valley. بوادي القرى, in the valley of the towns, بوادي القرى. وفرعون ذي الأوتاد, and Pharaoh, who had stakes. He had stakes. Yani, he had pegs. That's what's meant by stakes. He had pegs. أي ذي الجنود الكثيرة, وكانت لهم مضارب كثيرة يضربونها إذا نزلوا, meaning that he had many forces and they had many tents. So they used to pitch their tents whenever they would settle. وقيل كان له أوتاد يعذب الناس بها كما فعل بآسيا. And it was said that he had stakes by which he would torture the people, like he did to his own wife, Asiya. He staked her. And like he did to the magicians who were in the contest with Moses. And when they believed in him, when they believed in Moses, he staked them. الذين طغوا في البلاد, في محل النصب على الذم أو الرفع على هم الذين أو الجر على وصف المذكورين عاد وثمود وفرعون تجاوزوا الحد. So الذين, those who, it could mean I dispraise those. في محل النصب على الذم. So it could mean وفرعون ذي الأوتاد, or let me back up. ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد. Did you not see what your Lord did to Ad? إرم ذات العماد. Ad of Iram, those who had poles or pillars. التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد. That tribe of Ad, that there was no tribe created like it in all of the lands. وثمود الذين جابوا الصخر بالواد. And Thamud, those who excavated the boulders in the valley. وفرعون ذي الأوتاد, and Pharaoh, who had stakes. الذين طغوا في البلاد. I dispraise those. So I dispraise, that's in parentheses there. I dispraise those. So it's like just says those. Those who transgressed in the land, but it means I dispraise those, these ones that were just mentioned, who transgressed in the land. Or it means they are those who transgressed in the land. أو الجر على وصف المذكورين عاد وثمود وفرعون. Or it's just only those, simply those. Those who طغوا في البلاد تجاوزوا الحد, they went beyond the limits in the lands. فأكثروا فيها الفساد, and they committed much corruption in the land. بالكفر والقتل والظلم, by blasphemy and killing and injustice. فصب عليهم ربك سوط عذاب, and so your Lord poured upon them the whip of torture. مجاز عن إيقاع العذاب بهم على أبلغ الوجوه. This is also a metaphor that refers to bringing the torture upon them in the most emphatic way. إذ الصب يشعر بالدوام, because the pouring it gives the impression of being constant. والصوت بزيادة الإيلام, and the whip, it gives the impression of being excruciating. أو عذبوا عذابا مؤلما دائما, أي عذبوا عذابا مؤلما da'ima, meaning they were tortured with an excruciating, ongoing torture. Inna rabbaka labil mirsad. وهو المكان الذي يرصد أي يترقب فيه الرصد. يترقب فيه. وهو المكان الذي يرصد أي يترقب فيه. So here, Inna rabbaka labil mirsad, looks like it's saying, indeed, your Lord lies in ambush. As if that's what it's saying. المرصاد هو المكان الذي يرصد أي يترقب فيه الرصد. يعني it's the place of ambush. It's the place where you wait and observe. مفعال من رصده وهذا مثل لإرصاده العباد وأنهم لا يفوتونه. This is a figure of speech that refers to the fact that the slaves do not escape Allah. وَأَنَّهُ عَالِمٌ بِمَا يَصْدُرُ مِنْهُم, and that He is knower of what issues forth from them. وَحَافِظُهُ, and that He is encompassing of all of that. فَيُجَازِيهِمْ عَلَيْهِ, and then He will pay them for it. إِنْ خَيْرًا فَخَيْرٌ وَإِنْ شَرًّا فَشَرٌّ. If it's good what they have done, He will pay them good. And if it is evil that they have done, then He shall pay them for the evil. He shall give them a bad payment. Wallahu alam. Let's stop there. Any question?
Assalamu alaikum, Shaykh Raid.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
And this last ayah, and the way you explained it, is that evidence for ta'wil?
Yes, for sure.
And the
That's
second part,
evidence for ta'wil, and also the other ayah, which is فَصَبَّ عَلَيْهِمْ رَبُّكَ سَوْطَ عَذَابٍ. That's evidence for ta'wil. Your Lord poured upon them the whip of torture, because whips are not poured.
MashaAllah.
And there was not any whip used. And there wasn't an actual pouring.
Barakallahu feek.
Ameen wa feek. Question: when Prophet Musa brought his people to Palestine and there were giants inside, were they descendants from Ad? I don't know if they're descendants in that sense that they're related to them, because Ad were Arabs, and those ones, I don't know that those were Arabs. And they weren't as tall also. But it is said that they are baqiyatun min Ad. It's like remnants of Ad. Like, they were giants too, but not the giants of Ad. طيب. Wallahu a'lam. Ameen wa fikum. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.